Hello all, Seriously's here, back some more gone fishing, and unfortunately, me turning the recording software on gave the time for the game to end the storm. But as you heard, right as we started, this planet does indeed have storms, and as you can see down at the bottom there, our hazard protection is draining for the toxic, and it says toxic right under Gorgon X. It's like a Gorgon. Sort of fitting. I think this is a fairly nice looking toxic planet. It's got some nice tall mountain peaks. We are out in the ocean, but there are some shallows. This is not that shallow. This is like 40 feet deep over here. 69 feet deep. Nice. That's way deeper than I thought. They're all deep spots around here, but you can see over there, there's some shallows. Over there, there's some shallows. I did not extend the base out to the shallows. Just gave us some shelter here. You can watch the temperature drop down to 19 degrees. We can fish here in pretty deep water. If we tap H. Wait, which side was the 70 off of this side? 75. There we go. That's pretty deep water for a toxic fishing place. And we should be sheltered from the weather here as well. As you can see, we don't have any hazard protection showing up right now, so if we go right up against the edge of these walls, we probably will lose hazard protection. All across the galaxy, let's, oh, we've got mealworms on. Let's fix that. Let's do some rare fishing. I think there might even be an 85 spot somewhere around here. I can't remember where. We can take a peek in a minute. Let's try catching a toxic fish first. That's just a colossal shrimp found anywhere. Now, it seems like this tiny, skinny, one-room wide base is not quite big enough to protect us from the sounds of the water completely. That's okay, we'll deal with it. There we go, scorpion fish. Extreme pH environments. Rare catch. It doesn't say, it's just medium-sized. Alright, let's see over off of... You know what? Let's go into camera mode. We can get the Glyph Address here. You guys can come to this base too. Eissentam Galaxy. We've been to this star system before. Let's see. Let's go up, 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 up. See if we can tell where the deep water is. I think I just built right above it. So anywhere below this base should be 70-ish deep. 75. Looks like there might be a deep spot off of that corner there. We could try. Oh, is that it there? We could go underwater to take a peek too. Sometimes underwater there are dips into caves, and that'll dip down even further than your base level here. Now you don't need any particular depth, which is why I didn't extend the water to anywhere shallow. We could take the skiff out if we want to go somewhere shallow. Ooh, alright, it does protect us. It protects us. Never mind. That's really loud. Right off the edge. 77. That's what I thought. Oh, okay, that calmed down. That calmed down a bit. We're definitely going to go inside for storms here, though. May as well go inside anyway. Large aquatic, extreme pH. There we go. There's 2 toxic fish caught already. Let's go back into camera mode real quick, like. How do we do that? There we go. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we got a nutrient processor, teleporter. We have barrels for nav data, landing pad, and a nice balcony there. I wish there was like a little mountain in the background. There we go. Toxic fishing. Something like that, you know. There we go. Let's get back to fishing. Doesn't really matter what the depth is. If it's 60, we'll do 60. I think the other corner we started at is better though. And as you can see, my toxic is draining because I'm right up against the ledge here. So this counts as outdoor fishing right now. Colossal shrimp is found anywhere. So it helps best to stand in the middle of these rooms if you're doing a single room for shelter, and just cast over any little balconies you have. You can cast through the floor, we've done that before as well. If you want to be able to see your bobber though, which I don't really need to see, we've got good variation of the colors here for the water, so I can see the green line up here. Giant ray, caught anywhere. So, expedition should be going nicely. We'll be having more of those all week long. This video will come out regular time, noon Eastern, and then an hour or two later we'll have an expedition episode come out. I think if I planned this correctly, we'll have one every day this week, ending on Friday. We shall see. Okay, so wondering, my headache is pretty much completely gone. It only took a day and a half, almost 2 whole days of headache, and I woke up this morning feeling really good by comparison. Stone scale shark, we've caught that before. Lots of stone scale sharks. I don't think I've sold any fish since I started this journey. I've just been offloading them everywhere I can fit them, onto the starship, onto the freighter. We're gonna have a mess to clean up next time. I think we'll do that on Friday. I'll continue fishing at this base to catch all of the fish. We'll check that out before we go today. The catalog and guide. This should be the last section of fish I need. And we've already caught at least 2. A rare one and that one right there, an uncommon one. This bait is probably going to leave most of the common ones uncaught. We should also consider switching to nighttime lures, because each of the planets except 2, the first 2 or 3 that we did, actually have legendary fish that required nighttime catching. And the gamma one I caught using the nighttime lure, a legendary fish using just regular nighttime orbs, not using the bionic lure. Yeah, so it's possible to catch your legendary nighttime fish using the nighttime lure, so we might give that a try here when it switches over. I just heard our solar panels close right now, so we can switch after this guy. Giant ray. That's the wrong button. I got a hotkey for it. There we go. Oh, I have see, I've got nothing left. No room left. So inventory. Let's see. We don't need the legendary fish on here anymore. Let's call in our skiff and put this stuff away. Ow. All right. Is there a... No, there is not a hotkey for shift clicking them over, unfortunately. Lots of legendary catches, lots of rare catches. Keep some of them too. Look at all the moon turtles we've caught. Yeah, wow, lots of rare. We're gonna fill this thing up completely with rares and legendaries. Look at all the different rare jellyfish there are. Wait, do we have one of those? We do. And we have some of those as well. We've got 11 of those things. Super common. Alright, let's change our bait now. How many of these? We got 55 of these. It's not gonna be able to cast 55 of these during one night, so that's fine. This will also help us catch some of the common fish and common night fish and uncommon night fish, whatever there are. But since there is, I'm like 99% sure there's a toxic legendary night fish. It seems like most of the planets have a legendary night fish. Bileworm, it is for this planet. It's our new heaviest, but that doesn't mean it's new. Might have caught that one before. I did one testing cast here with the mealworms on earlier, so I can't remember what I caught. Actually, I did several because I caught a bunch of common fish first from anywhere in the galaxy, but I think that's the one that I caught earlier. Toxic jelly, only found at night. There we go. It is common though. Definitely easy to see the green line against the nighttime sky here. We could also send a couple fish to our starship, especially fish from non-toxic planets, because we're only going to be catching anywhere fish and toxic fish here. We're not going to be catching hot fish or cold fish or gamma fish on this planet. So we can send any of those specific fish to the ship if there's room. And then that'll leave us even more room in our main inventory to catch more toxic jellies, I guess. What's the depth? 74? That should be good enough. I don't actually know what the depth of this creature is. What I might do is do a quick pause, and I'm going to check on the No Man's Sky assistant. I use the website, but there's an app for it too. I don't really use my phone for too many apps, to be honest. Alright, that's an extreme pH planet, uncommon catch. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, yeah, I looked it up. There is indeed, it's the vampire squid is the one we're going for here. It's a legendary. It doesn't say the size, which is odd. So I don't know if we need deep or shallow water for optimal fishing for this. But we're just going to go where we're at. Keep on with the shadow lure for now, and tomorrow night we'll try Bionic lure, see what we get. But there aren't too many nighttime only toxic fish. It's just that shadow, the jelly that we got, toxic jelly, and the vampire squid, and that's a legendary one. There is a couple daylight only fish. I think a rare and, oh, whoops, I missed that one. I was looking over at my other screen. An uncommon, a rare, no legendary daylight only fish on any of the planets, which is weird. Bonefish, that's anywhere. It is midnight. Let's keep fishing. Got a few more hours of shadow lure. What I'm noticing in the background there is the spin of the stars. Look at them go past the island there and past my windowsill. You can almost see the curve of the stars. They're not going diagonally up, they're rotating. That's neat. Oh, yeah, fishing line. Pay attention to the fishing line, not the stars. go. Come on, legendary. Vampire squid? No, that's just a reef eel. Alright, if our 40-second shadow lure isn't 40-second left isn't the one that we want, I'm going to switch over to Bionic for the rest, because we want Bionic for daylight anyway. We will catch the daylight only fish with regular lure or no lure just because it's daytime. And the same is true of the legendary nightfish. All the other legendary nightfish I've caught were with the Bionic lure, so you don't need shadow lures to catch legendary nightfish. I was actually trying to catch the gamma nightfish that wasn't legendary, which is why I was using the shadow lures, and I caught the legendary one, so it did work, but obviously the bait chance is a lot better when you have more than a 35% over there. So this is our last cast with shadow lure, I think. Oh, no, that was 43. This is 42 after this. So one more cast after this guy. Giant ray. So cast number 42 lure. What do we get? It looks like we get day. The background space color is turning green. I haven't heard the solar panels turn on yet though, so oh, I could have checked what time it was before that cast. We'll check after this cast. Tiny scuttlefish. Whoops. It is 2:40 in the morning. So we got an hour or two left of morning, depending on when the sun rises here. We'll just keep on with the Bionic lure for our rest of our trip here today. Already caught a scorpion fish. That's our new heaviest though. Maybe, I mean, we had one right at the beginning of the episode that ended right as I started recording, but maybe we could get another storm here, because there are some storm-only fish on these planets as well. Toxic stonefish, that's not one of them. We'll know if it's a storm when I tap that. If the depth flashes in red, we are in a storm. So you can't tell just by the waves. Yeah, we've got an uncommon, an acidic puff fish that is only during storms. That was an uncommon we haven't caught before. I don't see any rares that are only caught in storms. I'm just going to take a peek for commons when this line turns green. If I didn't have to turn my head 90 degrees to see this other screen. Mud crab, we caught that anywhere. No, I think there's just the one stormfish. There's several daylight fish, so, wow, 2 or 3. So we will switch to storm bait if a storm crops up. Ooh, that's a new one. There we go, catching some of these rares, that's good. Fill in that list. Yeah, there is a rare daytime only, there is an uncommon daytime only starfish. Let me check for commons in a second. Yeah, no, just the nighttime only fish there. Scorpion fish we've caught before. Solar panels are about to turn on, but I did just cast that line first. In theory, it's technically possible that we catch a nighttime fish still. No. All right, daytime fish, go. Viper eel. Yeah, that is from Toxic Planets. I don't know if we... I mean, that's a new record, but have we caught that one before? I can't remember. Let's get that sun off the screen there. It's a little bit blinding. There we go. Nice sunrise. Scorpion fish. Those are pretty common here for a rare fish. Pufferfish, yeah, it's uncommon. It's the only stormfish on Toxic Planets, according to the app, and it hasn't failed me yet. The assistant is very assisting. I do want to keep checking, not because I worry about the depth, but because I want to see if we're in a storm or not. Sometimes Suit Lady does not tell you when you're inside. I feel like. Maybe she does. Okay, well, you know what? Let's actually switch to daytime bait, because I do have some of that. Not a lot. But these are all pretty common fish, except that one rare one, the wasp fish. So I don't know if we'll catch a rare daytime only, but let's try to catch some daytime only fish while we're here. Get them off the list. There we go. That's the daytime only. Oh, no, that's a spiny starfish. That's the regular one. It's exactly the same icon, but I think this one's going to be a bit more green. It's going to be caustic starfish. That's what we're looking for. The other daytime only one. Can't find any more. Oh, it's a rare one. That's right. Yeah, it's just the rare and the uncommon, just the two. Well, no storms. That's okay. There we go. Caustic urchin, not caustic starfish. Only active during daylight hours. Now we still have that one rare one to catch. So should we just keep going with this? Let's cast this one last one. see what we get, and then we'll go back to Bionic. I want to catch a legendary fish today. That would be nice. Flower. Let's see, what are they called here? We've got the Emerald Sunstar, which is another starfish. It's legendary. We have that one that I mentioned earlier, the vampire squid. No, all across the galaxy. We have the bleached bonefish, and we have the translucent gulper. I think I actually might have caught a translucent gulper. We're gonna have to go check our catalog and guide soon. I like seeing the birds swimming underwater, catching fish themselves. Oh, we got some loud water. Let's see. Got a storm brewing, please? If we have a storm brewing, I'm going to go extra long today, and we're going to fish through a storm. Ray, great. I think we've seen that one before. It's our newest, heaviest, though. Toxic stonefish. There goes the big waves, so much for storm. Although you could have a storm with perfectly calm water, it's really weird. It's a long cast. Ah, just a giant ray. Like Romano. No storm and no legendary fish. Disappointing. Oh, hey, there we go. Translucent Gulper. Yeah, that didn't say heaviest, so I think we've caught that one already. Let's check our catalog and guide. We can end it on a legendary catch that we've caught already. Fishing records. Let's see. Whoops, wrong way. Let's go to page 7, last page. Everything there. Got the ghost fish here, haunted worlds. Everything on here going into desert fish and through, yeah, haunted fish, desert fish, into lush fish, into cold fish, all of them caught. Into hot fish, all of them caught. Into irradiated fish, all of them caught. There's some here as well. Nope, that's hot. There we go. Helix. Which is the one? There we go, right there. Aberrant duskfin will only rise to the surface during the night. So it's pretty common that you see these on the other fish. Where was the cold fish? Here's the hot fish, only during the night. Cold fish was the jelly, no. The ghost fin, only during the night. See, so they're pretty common. And we are missing bleached bonefish. We've caught 2 of these. Yeah, we have a translucent gulper already. We're missing the vampire squid. We caught these during the expedition on one of my other saves probably, but they don't count here, so we need to catch them again. We're missing this guy, which is the daylight uncommon, daylight rare fish that we were talking about. This is the, I think that might be the daylight uncommon, maybe. But yeah, a couple more fish to catch and we're all done. But yeah, that's it for today. We will come back next time and go over the completed list. And oh yeah, well, one more thing to show. I said earlier, we've been here before. Not to Gorgon X, but we've been to this star system before. We have a base here as well on this planet. Our haunted fishing base that we showed the address for is here. So there's a haunted fishing base and a toxic fishing base in the same system. No space station here though, so you're gonna want to land probably at one of these or drop down your own base computer. Once again, here's the glyph address if you want to do some fishing on this toxic planet. Yeah, that's it for today. Till next time, everybody, have a good time.